everyone! So this video will be a little different from the usual ones. The people over at the company Huion contacted me a few months ago via email and asked me if I was interested of reviewing one of their products. And I was like, yeah, of course I want to do, but I'm hella shy. So firstly I got a mind collapse and wasn't knowing what I should do, like how ridiculous am I? I never thought I would be able to do such a video. I am also really sorry for my language. I'm from German and really bad at English. But let's start with the unboxing. The tablet I will be reviewing in this video is the Huion Canvas GT156 HD version 2. This is a pen tablet monitor, which means you can draw directly on the screen of the tablet. The really first thing we find is a little thank you card from Huion. But I'm the one who has to thank Huion, so thanks! Inside the box, the first thing we find is the tablet itself. What I personally noticed at first is that the tablet is really light, thin and sleek, which makes it very comfortable. Below this there is a metal stand which is detached to the tablet. I kinda like that feature because like this you will have the option of using it or not using it. It also comes with an additional pen because they actually sent 2 of them just in case you could lose the first one. There's also a really nice and compact pen case which contains the second pen, 8 extra spare nibs and a metal wing. I will say a few things about all this in just a moment. The box also includes this drawing artist glove, and to be honest, I always wanted to have one of them. Unfortunately, the glove doesn't suit me, it's too big for my hand. Damn it, these tiny paws. Whatever, I will try to draw with them anyway. The tablet also comes with a cleaning cloth, an installation CD and a setup instruction guide. What really surprised me was that the power plug comes with all these different socket types, so you have the possibility to work internationally with this tablet. Really nice Huion. And last but not least, we have a 3-in-1 cable that contains the USB, HDMI and the power cable for the power plug, and there's a USB charging cable for the pen. That's all you find in the set, but let's take a closer look at the items. The working area of the tablet has a nice size of 15.6 inches, which is a bit bigger than the tablet I used before. The anti-glare glass gives the screen a paper-like feel and is eye protective. On the side are 14 express keys and a slider touch bar, where you can sufficiently keep all your favorite shortcuts. They also feel really smoothly nice and easy to press. The metal stand has a very thin profile in 2 different sections and notches into the different grooves at the base. All you have to do then is to set it into place. In short, it can be said that this tablet is designed to be easily carried around so that you can set up your workplace anywhere. The pen has a really compact design and a good solid weighty feel. It's really long, which feels a bit weird right at the beginning, but after a few times drawing with it, you don't even notice anymore. It has 2 standard buttons on the side which are easy to reach and press, and the pen pressure sensitivity has 8192 levels, which you really feel while drawing. Connecting the tablet to your computer is really easy and similar to my old Cintiq. All you have to do is to plug in the HDMI and the USB into your computer or laptop, power plug it to your socket with the right socket type, connect the power cable to the power plug, and send the end of the 1 and 3 cable into the tablet and press the power button right next to it. But before you start drawing, you must first install the tablet driver. For this they sent an installation CD. But I recommend to install the driver from the Huion website instead of the CD, just because the driver of the CD could be outdated. However, before installing the new driver, make sure that you uninstall the driver and software of your old tablet that you first used, so that everything can work problem-free and smoothly. Also, just a little thing. The biggest problem I had with this was that the pen stopped working when I opened SAE. It worked fine everywhere else, but when I opened SAE, the mouse cursor suddenly wouldn't move. For everyone who has the same problem, all you have to do is to open Huion tablet and click on Elevated Permission. I don't know why, but then it worked. At first it felt weird to draw on this tablet, but I think it was just because I was used to drawing on my old Cintiq. But after working with the tablet a few times, I got used to the new feeling. I don't really know how to describe it, but for me drawing with this tablet feels more professional. The tablet is neither too big nor too small, so at least for me it fits perfectly. The surface feels very nice and natural. Even the pen and the buttons works perfectly and it never lags. I also really like the layout of the Express keys way more than compared to my old tablet. What I miss a bit is the pen holder, but that's no big deal. The glove feels very comfortable and doesn't bother you while drawing. It feels so velvet and natural that I often forget to take it off. But what I noticed and still having problems with is the calibration of the pen. I might be doing something wrong, but no matter how many times I try to calibrate the pen, the cursor and pen were always a little bit offset, which makes painting rather difficult and somewhat destroys the real sense of touch. But I will look into that. But apart from the problems, I love to work with this tablet. I highly recommend Hurion, especially Hurion's Canvas GT156 HD version 2. There are not as many problems as other tablets, and the set contains so many articles that it's really worth choosing this tablet. I think that's all I can say about it, so now here's a little speed paint for my drawing with this tablet.